Okay, so here we are at Detroit. We were able to run the camera through the cleanout on the south side of the house. On the driveway side, there's a 4-inch cleanout that's penetrating from under the house. The water that you see flowing by here is the city sewer. As I pull it back from the city sewer, we are going to look at the saddle, which is the pipe on the upper side of your upper left corner. You can see there is a root intrusion immediately at the saddle. I do not believe that the saddle was compromised, but we won't be able to tell that until this root is removed by a hydrojetter. So this large root, I believe, is growing in at this seam right here. There are multiple root intrusions in this pipe, almost too many to count. It's in pretty bad shape. So as we pull it back, this is the 6-inch pipe that runs from the city to the sidewalk area, where it then reduces to 4-inch. So as you can see, there's multiple roots growing into this line. The pipes are cracked, and that's why the roots are growing in, and there's no getting rid of them. You can clean the line, but the amount of roots in this line, they're going to just keep growing back over and over again, and then I think it's not cost efficient, or you're going to have a lot of problems with this line from what I've seen when I put the camera in. So as I said, this is a 6-inch line. And you can see another root intrusion here. And it's quite a large one. You can see the critters growing in there. You can see the pipe is completely cracked on the bottom. So it would be our recommendation to replace this sewer line. We're going to do some location work once we're done here to locate the spots where we would need to open holes to replace this pipe. And then we recommend to replace it from the house, where it leaves the house, to the sidewalk area with a pipe bursting method. That allows us to do a trenchless and replace the pipe from the house to the sidewalk. And then at that point we would then do what's called an epoxy lining from the sidewalk into the street, and that will hopefully allow us not to dig up the street. If the saddle is compromised, once we clean this line thoroughly, we will then have another discussion if the saddle needs to be replaced, which would mean digging up the street. That's when the city gets involved, and that's when it gets a lot more expensive. But at this time, the route that I saw does look like it was coming a couple feet from the saddle, and that could be epoxy line. That could be covered with an epoxy lining, which is something similar to like a stent in your heart. It's a piece of pipe that goes inside of the existing pipe and makes it brand new again. So as we get closer, that is either a huge root on the left here, or it could be a broken sewer cable. That's how big that root is. I can't tell. That is large. That looks like a sewer cable, but it could be wrong. Could be a root. No, that's a root. It's coming in right here. But that is thicker than my thumb. There is no jetting that. There's no cleaning that. That is quite large. So as we get closer to the house, I believe this is where the 4-inch pipe turns into the 6-inch pipe. You can see where it goes from 6-inch here, and then it comes into a smaller pipe here. You can see there's a drop-off here. So now we're in the 4-inch pipe, which is near the sidewalk area. As we pull it back, once again, a lot more roots. A lot more roots. A lot more roots. There's an offset pipe here. You can see that it kind of is separated on the bottom here. The pipe is separated. It is offset. It's broken there as well. All of these spots where you see roots growing in is where the pipe is compromised. Water is seeping out of the pipe, and then roots are finding their way in. This is one that's one of the worst. You can't even see anything because it is completely impacted with the roots there. Completely underwater. You can see I can barely get this is where I can barely get my camera through. Luckily I was able to get it through to see that original line, but this is a very bad spot right here. Maybe on the computer screen you'll be able to see it a little better, but I can see it up ahead on this side that's a pretty large root intrusion as well. See it up here? Could even be an offset. So it looks like it might be an offset. This is ABS pipe. Somebody fixed a small piece here, and it looks like where they connected it, the pipe has shifted. But I can't really determine that from the glare that I'm seeing right now. So there was a piece of section, maybe a foot long, that was replaced. Here we are back into the old piece of pipe. We'll locate where this is to see if maybe it's a clean out. And then here's another piece of ABS pipe that was replaced at one time. You can see the difference in the ABS plastic pipe and how good it is compared to the older cast iron pipe that's filled with roots. Oh, this is actually clay, but you can see there's cracks throughout it. This pipe is definitely in need of replacement. So as we pull it back, once again, here's a pipe that is 90 to 100% clogged for about 4 feet. That's about as bad as you can get. That's 100% clogged right there, except for my camera lens. Another one that's really bad. And then once again underwater again because of the roots growing in it. So we've seen a lot of bad pipe here. Once again, another piece of ABS pipe. What it looks like is that maybe the pipe going under the house. The pipes under the house have been replaced. As you can see, this is all brand new ABS. I believe we're coming out of the clean out right now. But the pipes that are underground in the driveway are the ones that, all the way to the street, are the ones that are bad. And here we are.